Hello, YouTube friends. Ben Ochart here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I was sent this beast of a wave maker. Look at this thing. This thing's a monster from a company called Savnar. You can see it here, Savnar. And they're marketing. I think they're out of China, and they market out of AliExpress. There's Alibaba, which is like the Chinese version of Amazon. Then there's a thing called AliExpress, and that's where you'll find this what I think is a new product line. I'd never heard of it before. They sent it to me, and let's go ahead and talk about it, because the thing is just it's just a beast, and I think for the money you get a lot of WaveMaker. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that sub and that bell and all that good stuff. And that tells YouTube that you're getting something out of the channel, that there's something of value here, and encourages YouTube to recommend the channel to other fish keepers like you and me. All right? And I really appreciate that. If you could do that now, that would be awesome. So let's talk about this WaveMaker. It comes in a simple white box. I'm not going to bore you with an unboxing, but the first thing that strikes me about this thing is it comes with a very, very strong magnet. This particular model is the W40. It comes in various models, and you can see a couple of them here with various gallons per hour. This one, the W40, does it does the equivalent of 3,600 gallons per hour. So that's a lot, and you can dial it down using the controls, which I'll show you in a minute, to about 30%. So you can take it down. You can take it down to about 1,200 gallons per hour. But that's about the slowest you'll be able to get this one, or the least amount of flow you'll get from this one. They do have a W25 and a W10. Though the W10 is 1,000 gallons per hour, and the W25 is that one will go 2,000 gallons per hour. This one is the top of the line. Comes with a very powerful magnet attachment. This magnet, very strong magnet. You got to be careful when you use these in an aquarium, because they will break the glass. They will snap on, so you got to be very careful getting them on there. And first thing that jumps out at me is if you notice in here, if you can see it, there's they're like little shock absorbers here. That you see that? That's going to dampen the vibration. That's going to dampen the vibration of the WaveMaker. So that's a big plus point. And the build is very sturdy. Everything about it is very heavy duty. Certainly not for a tank that has small fish. A small fish gets caught in there, and he's gonna turn into a smoothie. So you don't want this with a tank with small fish. Perhaps they should maybe sell a cover, and I certainly didn't see one in the box, but maybe some type of a grill over the front. That could help. You could always run some mesh over it with a couple zip ties. I guess you could do that if you really wanted to, but this is designed for tanks with larger fish in mind, with needing that kind of gallons per hour. This actually plugs into, there's a control unit that it comes with. You can see it here. Nice little control. You know, it's not made of metal. I mean, it's kind of lightweight, but it gives you, it attaches very snugly to the, it attaches very snugly. You got a three-prong connection. And let me see if I can get it in here correctly. There we go. So you plug in the three-prong connection, and then there's a rubber, you see this here, there's a rubber gasket, and then you batten it down. So it's very waterproof in the connection. So you're not going to get moisture and humidity in there corroding things. Then with this control, you've got a lot of features. You can see them up here. You can vary the speed. You can vary the pulse. You can go down to a third, about 1,200 gallons per hour, all the way up to the full 3,600. You can go different modes. You can change the modes where it's just steady flow, different pulses, where pulses, or you can go ahead and have it go in where it ramps up and then ramps down and then ramps up and ramps down, and you can have it be completely random, where it's just random. And one feature about it that I like a lot, and I'm going to be using no doubt, is this one called light mode. Light mode, you see it right here. It's the bottom blue one. Light mode. If you have that activated, the pump will work when there's light. So during daylight hours, when lights are off, the pump goes down to a very low volume. So I like that a lot. It also has a feed mode that allows you to turn the pump off for 10 minutes. So your fish can go ahead and eat and not have the food blown all over the place. And so you can actually shut it off for 10 minutes. If you don't need as much as 10 minutes, you just hit it again and it just starts up again. So you don't have to wait 10 minutes. But if you don't touch it again, after 10 minutes, it'll restart on its own. So this is very cool. And then you have your typical power brick that plugs in with a jack. This power brick just plugs in down here at the bottom. And not quite as tight a seal as I would like to see. See that you can see a little bit of the metal there. So that would concern me in that you might eventually maybe get a little bit of corrosion on this jack. Or maybe I would suggest using some electrical lubricant that would seal that and prevent it from getting corroded. And then this is your power brick, and it plugs into a connector like this. So this is the unit, and it comes with a variety of connections. This one I think has a European connector, which I'm going to have to ask them for the US one. If you look at this, it's like a dual, like a circular connection. This might be the European connector. You see this? It's not flat. They're two round units, which I imagine would have to go into round sockets. So I'm not going to be actually testing this in my tank until I get them to send me the correct US connector. And but on first impression, my first impression of this is that it is a very heavy duty unit, and for $75, not bad, not bad. You're getting a lot of wave maker with a lot of features. It comes with a very easy to understand instruction booklet, and go ahead and take this off here, and you can pick them up at Alibaba. You can see here the Alibaba ad. Looks a lot like an Amazon ad, but this is an AliExpress, actually. I'm sorry, AliExpress. And you can see there it ships from China, Poland, Russian Federation. But my first impression is that this is a good, solid product. Of course, I need to test it in the tank, and I will not be able to do that until after I get the right connector. Okay, so that's it for me. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have tried a unit like this or are familiar with this company, this Savnar company, if you're familiar with that company, go ahead and give me your comments below. I'd like to hear what you have to say about them, and look for the follow-up where I'm going to have it installed in this tank that's over my shoulder here, where you see that Eureka Red swimming around. That's where it's going to go. That tank is going to be filled up with African cichlids, and they don't mind a lot of high pressure. I don't think I'm going to use it at 3,600 in a 55 gallon. I will use it at full capacity in the 6-foot 210 gallon that is being shipped over to me. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in, and hope to see you on Saturday at the Cichlids and Coffee live stream, and we have a lot of fun there. All right. That's it for me. Thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye.